Black Panther got released just recently, and things are looking pretty good for Black Panther. I have seen it twice and I found it to be awesome. Obviously, it had its own flaws, but it was a good movie overall. But apart from all the cool fighting scenes and spectacular world building, was there a deeper meaning in the movie? Or as the title of this video says, what is the philosophy of Black Panther? Welcome to Play Reviews TV. We keep you updated on latest comic book movies, theories, and other superhero related stuff. So if you are a superhero junkie, then consider subscribing. The movie constantly argues whether Wakanda should use their resources to help those in need or just be content with what they have and not care about others. It is sort of like, do they have responsibilities to fulfill as they have great powers? Though Wakanda had nothing to do with the current situation of other African nations, yet T'Challa is seen to be trapped between whether to help people outside of Wakanda or it would be best for the world if the secrecy of Wakanda is maintained. Then he is reminded by Nakia that Wakanda is strong enough to help the outside world and also protect itself at the same time. But when Black Panther tells his friend Wakabi that he should be doing more stuff like foreign aids and refugee program, he is forced to think otherwise. His friend Wakabi lets him know that Wakanda will be just like any other country if they decide to bring in refugees, and thus the movie continuing with the debate whether or not Wakanda has its responsibilities to help those in need. Though in the middle part of the movie, he is left with no other choice but to bring Everett K. Ross to Wakanda in order to save his life, thus fulfilling his responsibilities as a good human being. Unlike him, his father T'Chaka decided not to open Wakanda's borders to foreigners, and as a result, after killing his own brother, T'Chaka decided not to bring his brother's son into Wakanda and leave that poor boy alone without a family. And that poor boy later goes on to become the Killmonger, whose decisions later threatened the secrecy of the very nation T'Chaka was trying to protect. Killmonger, just like T'Challa, wants to help those in need, but in a very different manner. He is not willing to forgive the white atrocities committed on other communities. He wants to conquer them all and thus make blacks the more dominant race on earth. His goal was to do what the colonists in the past did, using their superior tech and abundant resources. Unlike T'Chaka, Killmonger preferred domination over equality. The movie puts before us another question. Has conquering in the past helped nations to advance in technology and become intellects from savages? As many people like to debate that the British Empire had done more good than bad. Obviously, the answer is a resounding no. These conquered nations just end up being a source of income for the conquerors, and thus creating an imbalance of wealth and resources across the world. Though we haven't yet solved the problem of imbalance and wealth, we have figured out way back that colonization isn't the right way to go. In fact, rich and wealthy nations donate billions of dollars every year to reduce the wealth gap. Rich individuals like Bill Gates donate millions to help those in need. It is not about dwelling in the past, but coming together as citizens of Earth, removing our cultural barriers and helping one another. This is signified when a white man, Everett K. Ross, puts his own life on the line for Wakanda and fights for the common good, and also when they break all Wakandan rules and ethics in order to save his life. It is all about helping one another and fighting for equality and not domination. Many folks on the internet have termed Black Panther as a black supremacist movie, whereas this movie is all about avoiding supremacy irrespective of its color. This movie depicts how people from all backgrounds must come together to help those in need. What do you think of this movie? On a scale of 1 to 10, how much should you rate it? Okay guys, that's it for today. Hope to see you again soon.